Hey folks, so in this video we will be creating the contact list screen with the dummy data. Okay, so without any further delay, let's start. All right, so we will start with the creation of the UI of the listing in the home screen, and we'll be making the list of the all the available contacts in the device. For now we are going to use the dummy data for that, but later on we'll be implementing the React Native contact library plugins in order to get all the contacts from the device. We'll see how much data and what data we'll be getting in the emulator or simulator, but now we are going to use dummy data, and we'll be making the list of all the contacts in the home screen so that we can click on any particular person and we can chat with him or with her. Okay, so let's start. So here let's remove this one, and let's remove this one. We'll be writing flex one, and let's give background color. We can give the white. For the white we have FFF. And one more thing, for all the color you can create a separate file for all the colors in order to use theme in the app. If you want to use like dark theme or light theme, you can create a separate file for the all the colors, and from that file you can handle like theme wise. For now I'm writing here in the inline style, the CSS in the inline style, but yeah, at the end I'm going to put all the style inside this styles without Greg. That is the professional way. Writing all these styles in the inline is not recommended, but for now, for the sake of simplicity, and just wanted to make you understand that yeah, how things are working. So I'm writing the style in here for a moment. Okay, cool. So let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna use the flat list for the list. Okay, let me import the flat list. Okay, now I'll be having data, and in the data we'll passing some array. For now I'm passing empty array. We'll be having render item, like what we want to render in the flat list for each item. Okay, and these items will be picking from this data in the array, like how much data in the array, that much of time this item will be re-render in the screen. Okay, so let me write a callback here, and that callback I'll make giving the name contact item. Okay, and I need to pass an item for that. An item I'll be getting from here. So this item will be from this array, and this contact item, this is the UI screen or component we can say, we'll be making inside this component folder. Okay, I'm going to pass this item here. Cool. Okay, I'm calling this contact item. Now I need to create one component. We can say contact, so we can reuse this component as well. So that's why I'm creating in this components folder contact item dot tsx. Okay, for now I'm just creating this way so that I can just import it here. Okay, fine. and it is saying it's not assignable to take. Yeah, so fine. For now, it is not taking any props, so that's why it's showing error. Leave it for now. Okay, we'll be fixing soon. Now we can pass key extractor. What is this? This is for the uniqueness of the each item. Like we have to pass the ID. So for now, I can pass the ID this way. Item will be getting item from the array, and I can pass the item dot ID here. I can return this way. I can write the return statement, or I can simply write in one line, so it will be returning this ID. Okay, so actually we haven't defined the type of the item. We'll be defining very soon, so this error will not come. For now, let's keep it simple, and yeah, just let me put this dummy data here first. So we can say can put the dummy data in the services contacts dot ts. Okay, export const contacts. Okay, here I can pass one object ID, one name, phone, and email. And yeah, and we can simply say xyz@gmail.com. Okay, if we have any profile picture, we can put in avatar. Okay, or we can take one status as well for the particular person here. So yeah, we have ID, name, phone, email, avatar, and status. For now it's good enough. We can copy, we can paste, we can change it. Okay, okay, now just put it here, ID 3, and yeah, make it some Singh. Okay, okay, yeah, so I can, for now I can remove this avatar here, this avatar from here. Okay, one more, ID 4. Cool. So we have 4 items in an array, and we are going back to the home screen. We'll be importing this contact here. Okay, so we can see we have the items here, and we can put all the things inside the safe area view. We can import safe area view context. We have item in the visual area. Okay, now let's jump back to the contact item so that we can make it pretty beautiful. Okay, now okay, so let's remove this part, and let's remove this view as well. We'll be taking an item here, which item we are passing over there. Okay, and I want to reject this. We have to define the type of this item. We will be defining soon. Let's write touchable opacity, import from the React Native. Okay, because each item we want to make clickable so that user can click on the list item like in this contact item, okay, and go back to the screen of the chat. Okay, let me close this. So style, okay, in this style we'll be writing flex direction row and align item center, vertically align center. Okay, if we write here justify content center, then horizontally will be center, but in this align items the vertically will be in center this way, because the direction of the flex is row. So this align item is just opposite of the direction. Clear? And yeah, so let me close this disable opacity and I can write the one text here, item dot name, save. We can see all the name are visible here. Okay, we can do some padding horizontally here, 16 for now. Padding vertical we can do as well, and we can do, or we can put it 12 here. Background color we can do this color. Okay, okay, cool. So let me write the logic for the image or profile of the user of the all the contact list item. So we can put, I'm not sure in the emulator contact list we will be getting the image, but yeah, for in the real devices you will be getting the image as well. So I'm putting the logic, but yeah, we will be using the initials, first initials of the name if we don't have the icon or the image for now. Okay, so if item dot avatar is there, then we'll be putting image, and source would be URI item dot avatar. Okay, fine. And yeah, let me import this image from the React Native. Okay, let me write the style for that. We can give the width and height and border radius. Width we can put 40, height we can put 48, and width also 48, and we can give border radius to 24. Yeah, and if the avatar is not available, we can put the simple view with the initials of the name, so that we also need to get the initials first. Okay, so yeah, first write the view here, view, and inside the view we can give the text, and inside the text we can pass the initials, and these initials we need to write here, const. Okay, initials is equal to item dot name. Whatever the name we have, we can split it with the space, because in the name we have space in between. Okay, yeah, so we'll be splitting it with the space. Now we have the array of 2 items. We'll map it and we'll be getting the n, and in the n first value we'll be returning. Simple. So each word I'll be getting, like this is the first item of the array, this is the second item of the array. Here in the split, this creates an array. Now in the array we'll be getting the first item, and the first item the first letter, this is the first letter I'll be returning, and in the second loop it will return second item, not the second item, from the second index item to first letter. Like in the first item it will return first index, and in the second item also it will return first index. Okay, so this way, let me write down here. So this thing will return zone do if we have zone and do. Okay, let me console this so that you can understand it clearly. Okay, let me console this part first. Okay, 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 okay. One second, let me open the debugger in the console. You can see in the array you are getting this one and this one, 2 items. Okay, and this is the for each items in the list. So for the first item you are getting 2 items in one array. Okay, cool. Now if you do this here, okay, so now you are getting the 2 items this way, J and D, and finally we can join this. Okay, so if you do join, you can see we are getting the this way, and we can make it uppercase in case of like we are getting the smaller letters, so we can make it finally dot to uppercase. Fine. Okay, let me remove the console. Okay, I think now you are able to understand how these initials are working. Okay, and let me define the type for this, and for this item, and for this item. Okay, so let me go back to the services, create one file, types.ts. Okay, let me define the type. Okay, and we can give the name like counter item, and we have id string, and what are other things, name, phone, email, avatar, and status. All are these strings. Okay, name, phone, email, avatar, status. Okay ji. Now come back to the contact item.tsx, make this item to the okay, so to the okay, let me export this, come back to here. Okay, now the error is gone. Okay, fine, let me close this, come back to the listing part. Okay, now let's make these initials bit beautiful. So in the view we'll be taking style, and inside this style we'll be taking width 48, same as like image, height 48, border radius same 24, background color, for the background color we can take 25D366. okay, and we can take align items and justify content both in the center, so that all the things are in the center. Justify content as well we can take center, so this way you can see. Okay, now we can make this text color white. For the white we'll be taking this one, and this font weight we can take bold or we can take simply 600. okay, font size we can take, at 16 for now. Okay, cool. One more thing, why this text are not in the center? Let me check. We have taken align item center, justify content center. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so I guess this flex direction row and this align item is creating problem, because this touchable opacity understanding it like two components, so we can wrap it in this way in one parenthesis, so that it understand only one component. Okay, so this is the good way to handle all the things like optional chaining. So now if we save it and yeah, so let me check this one. This is fine. For a second, let me make it 2. Align items center, now it is in center. Justify content center, now it is in center. Let me make it 24. Good, cool, so looking cool. Okay, now we can move further and we can make another view below this, and this view is inside this touchable opacity and flex direction row. So this will be in left side and this view will be in right side. Okay, but horizontally, like this row in the row wise, like this way. Okay, Okay, you will see in a moment. Now we can make a text below this view, and inside the text we can put the name, and in this view style we can give margin of 12, and we can put flex like 1. Okay, in the text we can provide the styling like font size, font weight, font color. So let me put it 16, 500, and this one. Okay, cool. And one more thing, for the styling purpose, for making it like WhatsApp, so we need to put the status. So we can put this status as well. So below the text we can put item dot status, not phone, status, and we can put the text style likewise, color, margin, and font size. Okay, so we can take this and we can make it number of line 1. So it comes into 1 line. Okay, 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 and margin top we can give like 2. Fine. Okay, now we can make it more beautiful by editing some flat list, and we can provide it like item separator, the home screen .tsx, in the flat list item separator component. Here we also need to pass one component. We can this way we can pass a component. If we use curly braces in place of parentheses, we need to write the return keyword, otherwise we can write it without return keyword. View, and inside the view we can pass the style like height 1 and background color and the margin horizontal. Okay, okay, fine. So you can see this way, but this color is not looking good, so we can make it a good color. So like we can pass the, I can say f white. Now it is looking good, and this is the flat list. So if there is lots of items we can scroll simply. Okay, okay, all right. So with the dummy data we have ready the list of the contacts. So in the future videos, like we'll be implementing the real contacts from the device. And that's it for this video. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, bye. Please subscribe the channel and like.